Are we live?
Friday night, the lights are bright. The grandstands packed, the stars ignite. From the green flag wave to the final lap, every driver knows there's no turning back. The stage is set, the field is tight. Championship dreams on the line tonight. A season's worth of sacrifice and speed. Now it's time to see who succeeds. 40 hearts beating under the hood. Every racer pushing harder than they should. Searching for an inch, hunting for a lane. Risking everything for fortune and fame. The spotlight calls, clear high, clear low. The leaders battle wherever they go. The crowd rises up as the tension grows. Nobody knows how this story goes. One mistake can change it all. One bold move can make you stand tall. Every corner, every mile, the pressure builds all the while. Feel the thunder burning through the night. 3-1 through the corners on the stadium lights. Heroes made in moments, legends built in speed. This is where the best compete. This is where dreams lead. Feel the thunder, where champions are born. Fighting for the checkered flag till the break of dawn. Every lap of battle, every turn of test. Only the strongest survive, only the best. Green flag flying and the side by side. No room left anywhere to hide. Bumpers touching at 200 miles an hour. Every driver chasing that winning hour. The veterans know when to play it smart. The rookies race with fearless hearts. Every strategy call, every pit stop plan can change the fate of any man. The fuel runs low, the stakes rise high. Nobody's willing to say goodbye. The finish line is drawing near. You can feel the electricity here. Feel the thunder burning through the night. 3-1 through the corners on the stadium lights. Heroes made in moments, legends built in speed. This is where the best compete. This is where dreams lead. Feel the thunder, where champions are born. Fighting for the checkered flag till the break of dawn. Every lap of battle, every turn of test. Only the strongest survive, only the best. This is more than racing, more than chrome and steel. It's every dream the drivers carry, every emotion they feel. From the backstretch battles to the photo finish line, the memories made tonight will stand the test of time. Feel the thunder, the spotlight shining bright.
Sorry everyone, we're having some difficulties with iRacing. It doesn't want to show. Sorry everyone, I'm so sorry we're having issues already. Yeah, I'm not getting iRacing to show.
There we go. All right, Russell. We are at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for, I think it's 60 laps. How you doing tonight, Russell?
I'm pretty good. I had a little technical error on my part of the stream, the first part of the stream.
Yeah. Always happens every once in a while. Hopefully you can get it figured out next week. We got a couple people on track. Jared Polanski, Albert Reinhardt. Check where everybody's qualifying so far. Sonny's currently sitting in P1, Kevin Allen P2, Richard Eisel sitting in P3, Mark Long P4, Jared Eisel 5th, Kyle Courtney 6th, Chuck Kiger just set a faster lap, sitting in 6th place now. Kyle Courtney 7th, Blake McKinley sitting in P8. Let me get the chat up real quick, see what's going on with chat. Everything should be better on chat stream. Mark Long, you should be able to hear everything. If not, just check your volume. My end looks good. Everything should be better on chat. Yep. Audio's working good. Chuck Kiger finishing up qualifying. You got June Jimenez out here on track. Gavin Smith currently sitting P1 with a 53.048. Juno should be setting his first lap this time by. Coming across the start finish line. Gonna put him up to 3rd. Let me make sure I got all my stuff on the right screen real quick. Sorry, I had to adjust everything last minute. Juno coming by for his second time around. See if this lap's any faster. Gonna bump him up to 2nd, pushing Sonny back down to 3rd. Still got about 2 minutes left to qualifying. A couple people. Looks like one person hasn't qualified, and that'll be Seth Ranchuk. As everybody's now off track. Russell, I'm still thinking of going to the Indy race at the Brickyard 500 in the Next Gens coming up on next Sunday.
You know, Michael, your hometown's Indianapolis, so I know you don't live that far away from the track. You can definitely get away with it. It'd be a fun race to watch. Indianapolis is an amazing track.
Yeah, I'm going to see the doubleheader at IRP with the ARCA and trucks at the Indianapolis Raceway Park, which
I've raced.
it is going to be a long day watching two races. But I think the gates open at like noon, and I think Truck Series starts at like 8 p.m.
That's gonna be definitely a long week. Definitely a long night for you, Michael.
Yeah, especially being hot outside. Let me actually see. When their start time is for IRP. So the ARCA is going to start at 5 p.m. and the truck should start around 8 p.m. So it's going to be a long day. Yeah.
It is.
Talked to Jeff McConey, actually on iRacing. Asked him if he was going to be there, and he sure is. He told me he is. I'll try and see.
You might get to meet him.
Now, sadly, IRP is not like Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where you can actually get VIP passes and go to the inner part of the track.
It's been a while since I've gone to a race, unfortunately.
Yeah, you gotta go to Canadian Tire.
Yeah, and unfortunately, from the looks of it, NASCAR won't probably return there for a long time.
Yep. And you know what time it is, Russell?
Time for the starting grid. In P1, we have the 16 machine of Gavin Smith acquiring pole position. In P2, the 9 truck, who in his first start, June Jimenez, will qualify second. In P3, the 401 truck of Sonny will get, a very good starting spot for this race. In P4, we got the 76 Kevin Allen. In P5, we got Richard Eisel. In P6, we have the 77 truck of Mark Long. And in P7, we have the 07 of Jared Polanski. I hope you say his last name. Polanski. In P8, we got the 25 truck of Albert Reinhardt, your last week's winner. In P9, we got the 22 truck of Chuck Kiger. In P10, we have the 44 of Kyle Courtney. In 11th position, we have the 57 of Blake McNelly.
You can hear these people already getting excited, Russell, revving their engines, ready to go green at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Fun fact, Russell, I actually got to kiss the bricks at the Indianapolis 500.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah, it was a nice field trip up there when I was in school, as everybody's trying to wait for Gavin to get going. But if you have a pick tonight, Russell, who you picking?
We've saw Richard Eisel be dominant on every type of track so far. Won at a super speedway, almost won at Bristol last week, won at a road course. I think it's clear who my pick is. Watch out for Richard Eisel in P5.
I got my pick to be Kevin Allen. Quiet on the starts, but the longer the run it gets, he's usually up there contending for a win. Almost in every league he's usually in. I know you know that from experience, Russell.
I do know that from experience. My only win came from defending Kevin Allen. I'll just tell you, he's a hard person to defend.
Yeah, you got lucky. You got wrecked out on that last lap to get you that first win.
Yes, sir. I was very lucky.
See if I don't have the cam for that, sadly. I was trying to look off the back bumper of the pace car.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little iffy when you try to look off the back of the pace car. So we got 12 people on track tonight, which is a pretty decent turnout.
it is for NGL. I know sometimes, you know, it's a hit or miss for them, but tonight it was a good hit. And, you know, hopefully Space Car ducking down this time, we have a good race. Pace car entering the long front stretch. Coming into pit road, ducking down now. Gavin Smith, for the first time, will lead this field to the green. Approaching the restart zone. Green flag is now underway here at Indianapolis. Gavin did not get a best start off the starting grid. Sonny all over the back of him. And now June jumping down in front of Sonny. Kevin Allen stuck on the high side. Richard Eisel right below him. 3 wide, just behind Richard Eisel, the 07, leaving it Kevin in the wall.
As you see, everybody starting to single file out, going into turn number 3. Kevin Allen down a few positions since the start of the race already. Kevin Allen started fourth, currently fell back to 9th place on that first lap. Not sure what really happened to Kevin Allen.
Kevin Allen was 3 wide entering turn 2, and just looks like he got tight to the wall and lost all those positions.
Checking up front, you see Gavin Smith already with almost a half a second lead over the field. I think he goes into turn number 3. Looks like there might be some issues back here. Got a huge battle going on for 10th place between the 47, 22, and the 51. As they almost went 3 wide. 22 got around the 57. 57 starting to fall back just a little bit. The 3 need to start working together if they want to try to get back up to battle 9th place, which would be Kevin Allen.
June Jimenez is kind of keeping a manageable gap to Gavin Smith, staying in his draft, but, you know, not catching.
There you see Gavin Smith ducking down to the bottom to disrupt that draft, to try to pull away from Sonny a little bit more. Sonny's already back to almost a second behind Gavin Smith, coming to the 4th lap of this race.
And June Jimenez just lost it entering turn 3. He was in second, and just a little looseness caused Sonny to get around of him. Richard Eisel getting a little bit of a run, almost getting to the back of June Jimenez.
Looking out the back bumper of June. He's already starting to clutch on lap 4. I was listening to a couple people pre-race talking about they have about 19 laps of fuel for a fuel run, which is not that much, but it's also enough where your tires can actually wear out that quick.
I know, like, you know, there's the main reason why I never liked it. I was never good at saving tires, and now I'd go on to lap 10 and my tires are already shot.
Let's go on board with Sonny, see what he's doing, because Gavin's already up to a 2-second lead. I'm wondering if Sonny is also saving fuel as well. As you're listening, going to turn number 1, he is not saving fuel, which he needs to find out a different line if he's wanting to catch up. It sounds like Sonny's not sending it too deep into the turn, which is hurting him coming out. As we got the 07 and the 55 side by side, battle for 5th place. The top line is not where you want to be when you're battling somebody, because they will actually kill all the momentum up there. Checking back here, Kyle Courtney, Kevin Allen, and Seth Franchuk just cruising about 5 seconds behind. Everybody's still battling. Closest battle on track right now is between Albert Reinhardt and Jared Polinsky. As the 22 hard in the wall, was able to save it. Might have some wheel damage after that. Sonny starting to pull away from the pack. As Jared's back here battling side by side with the 97 of Richard Eisel for P4. The 7 should be able to get clear of the 97, which he does. Going to put Richard Eisel back down to 5th. As the 77 is now trying to battle with the 25 of Albert Reinhardt. Checking back here with Kevin Allen, made up a couple spots, got around Kyle Courtney and Seth Franchuk for P8. You're going to see how far back Chuck Kiger and Blake McKinley is from the rest of the pack. Looks like the 07 got around the number 9 of June for 3rd place. Starting to pull away from the 9 car, trying to catch Sonny. And you can just see the gap between Sonny and Gavin.
It's definitely a very noticeable one. Sonny needs to just try a couple more, new more things to try to get a little edge on Gavin Smith on corner exit or just anywhere.
Yeah, listen to him going into the turns. It sounds like he's conservative, not trying to push the car, because I know this car can get tight on the long run, but with the fuel mileage they have, it really doesn't play a factor with the tire wear. As something might have happened to Gavin for a second, slowed down, but he's pulling away again.
And it looks like Kevin Allen's now being scored P12.
Yeah, something happened to Kevin not being scored on track. Let's see if we can go back and see if something did happen to Kevin.
Might have been an internet issue, because it just seemed like he was running fine.
Yeah, we don't have any update for Kevin Allen. And it shows Kevin is out. As we have a possible battle going on between the 25 and the 97 for 4th place. Albert Reinhardt kind of fell off a little bit of the 97. And you got the 9 to the back bumper.
You know what? This could very easily quickly turn into a 5-way battle as 5 cars are in the train.
Just looking up here, you're gonna see the gaps between everybody. Looks like they might need a caution to restack up the field, but the way everybody's spread out would be kind of hard unless someone messes up with the worn tires.
It's very easy to mess up here. I've done it quite a few times with an easy mess up, but no, these drivers are very good at saving their tires and not messing up that much. So, you know, I expect to see some green flag pit stops, and that's going to shuffle the field even more than it already is.
As you see the 97 trying to get to the back bumper of the 07 to challenge him for third place, as Sonny and Gavin checked out from the rest of the pack. Sonny now being scored 3.3 seconds back off of Gavin Smith. You can just see how far that gap is increasing each lap. Pardon me for a second, I'll be right back. I'm back. I was having a little bit of issues with the neighbors. Going back up here with Richard Eisel. Still battling with the 07. Trying to see if we have any closer battles going on track. Looks like everybody's still spread out pretty decently.
The gap between Gavin Smith and Sonny is just increased to 3.197 seconds.
Looks like Sonny has brought the gap down just a little bit. Was at 3.3.
Sonny might have a little more tire than Gavin, as he's been a little more conservative.
Take a look at the last fastest 5. These Gavin's still averaging the fastest lap of the 54.72. Sonny's a 54.79, which he's now brought the gap to under 3 seconds. As pit cycle should be starting pretty soon.
Say a lot of these drivers have been gassed. They might go a lap or two more. No, a driver like Gavin Smith, who I have not really seen or heard saving gas. No, he might have to be the one that pits the earliest.
Yeah, the closest battle still on track is between the 07 97. Currently sitting P3, P4. As Albert Reinhardt's starting to fall back. Sonny's starting to fall back again, back to over a 3 second gap. Go on board with him. See if he starts clutching into the turns, save a little extra fuel. I don't hear him clutching, but it sounds like his car is starting to get pretty tight. We got a battle going on between the 77, 47, 77's now coming down pit road for his service. Still checking on the battle between the 07, 97. That dirty air, Russell, will kill you at Indianapolis. It'll make your car extremely tight, which might play a factor on why Sonny and Gavin pulled away. As you hear a couple people back here clutching, like Reinhardt, 9 of June. Sound like
Kevin Smith pitting. So is Sonny. But Jared, Richard Eishol, Albert Reinhardt, Jude Jimenez, Seth Franchuk, and Kyle Courtney all staying out.
Yeah, the people that stayed out have been saving a little bit extra fuel.
Mark Long now just coming right out in front of your new race leader, Jared.
Blake McKinley down pit road. Mark Long should be able to pull away, especially with those fresh tires. Look out the back bumper of Mark Long.
Richard Eisel down pit road.
So is Reinhardt.
So is Albert Reinhardt. And Seth Franchuk, hard in the wall. Lost it trying to enter pit road. This Kyle Courtney also will jump down pit road. Franchuk getting it back going again.
Take a look and see what happened to Seth real quick. Does it register as a crash? Watching from the chopper cam. Looks like he's trying to get the car woed up, make pit road, lock the brakes, went hard in the inside wall. Back up here, Jared's still staying out as he now comes down pit road for his service. Number 9 of June missed his pit entry. Got to go around one more time. Which Gavin Smith is currently down on the backstretch. Should take the lead back from the 07 Jarrett Walensky. Possibly June as well. As he comes out of turn number 4, let's see where Jared is. Still sitting on pit road. Not sure if he got a speeding penalty, but he's going to lose a bunch of time. Everybody's now pretty spread out. The 07 clipped the grass. I'm not sure if he's going to get an unsafe pit exit. They see Mark Long now going by him. Albert Reinhardt catching up to him as well. Looking off the front bumper of Albert Reinhardt. This is currently the closest battle on track, as Gavin Smith now takes the lead away. Currently up to a 5.8 second gap over second place Sonny. Power blinked. No point in going back in. Multiple laps down. See you all. Have a good night, Mr. Kevin. Heard it first, Russell. Kevin had some electrical issues. Coming out of the race.
No, he was a very strong competitor this race. Unfortunate for Kevin Allen.
We don't have a. Might actually be having a close battle still. It's going to be for 5th place between the 07 and 25. You can just still see the distance that Reinhardt has right behind him. Gavin's now up to a 6-second lead over Sonny.
I will be right back. I'm going to try to take some Advil for a little headache I'm getting.
After that, the 97 getting around the 22. It's currently being scored a lap down. Go back here and check on the battle between Jared and Albert Reinhardt. Got Mark Long sitting right in front of him. Seth Franchuk passed Blake McKinley for 9th place. You see the 47 starting to pull away from the 57. Mark Long passed Jared for P3, battling on the outside. 07 got some momentum. 77 falls in line, gets that side draft. See Albert Reinhardt starting to fall back there on the top of your screen. Those two going to turn number 3. 77 getting a little tight going into 3, which gives the 07 an advantage. Look off the back bumper. They get around the 22 lap traffic. The 22 is holding up. Those two, as you see Reinhardt and the 77 battling. Lap car messed up the 77's run, sending him back to 6th place. You'll see how much momentum he lost. And that gap just increased. Trying to see if we have any closer battles on track. Pretty decently spread out between everybody. Oh, 07 pulling away from Albert Reinhardt. See him get loose back here. Coming out of turn number 1. Check up here with your leader. Gavin Smith started first, currently first, up to a 6.6 second gap over Sonny. As he's starting to catch the back of, it looks like the 57. That's now just going into turn number 1. Richard Eisel sitting comfortably, sitting in P3. Got no pressure behind, but trying to chase down Stoney, but he doesn't look like he's gaining much on him. Pick the fastest 5. Jared Polanski faster on the average 5 laps than everybody else. Then you see Polanski trying to close in on Richard Eisel. These three guys are pretty spread out. Checking on Sonny. Still about 6.6 seconds back. Let's look off the back bumper because got somebody starting to close in. It's going to be the 97 Richard Eisel. Jared Plansky still trying to catch up to the back of Richard Eisel, about, I want to say, 4 seconds back. Albert Reinhardt. Back here with Blake McKinley, and you can see the leader right there, right behind him. Makes me wonder if he's going to fight the 16 to keep his lap, or is he going to let him by when he catches up. Check back up here with Richard Eisel slowly catching Sonny still. See him keep closing that gap each lap. Up here with Gavin, see the lap car just sitting him right in front of him, getting that draft down the back stretch. Here Gavin Smith, pretty smooth on the throttle, getting a huge run to the back of the 57 as he's going to stay high to let him by. As he gets around the 57, putting him a lap down. Back here is Richard Eisel, still closing in to the back bumper of Sonny. Getting a little loose in there in turn number 1. See Sonny hit the wall coming out of turn number 2, which Richard Eisel is about 0.6 seconds back from the back bumper. Sonny. Here, these guys not saving fuel at all. As Albert Reinhardt's down pit road for a second stop of the night. Wonder if he's trying to undercut Gavin Smith, try to get up there a little bit closer, try to gain a few more positions. Kyle Courtney sitting back here in 7th place all by himself. Nobody in sight. But we do have a battle going on up here for 2nd place. 97 has caught Sonny all over the back bumper. Going down the back stretch. Sonny's trying to look to his inside. Jumps back up.
Richard Eisel all over the back bumper of Sonny.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sonny tries to send it in underneath. Well, Richard Eisel send it underneath Sonny. But that draft, well, the dirty air being that close is going to kill his momentum. As you see Reinhardt now leaving pit road after getting his service. Going to fall right behind Richard Eisel. This is the closest battle on track currently. You see Richard Eisel getting to the inside of Sonny. Sonny's gonna let him by. Albert Reinhardt hard in the wall. Coming out turn number 4. Albert Reinhardt's trying to make up some spots between these cars to try to gain some spots after pit cycles. See the 25 of Reinhardt getting around Sonny as well. Check up here with Gavin Smith. Now up to an 8-second gap over Richard Eisel. Russell, Gavin hasn't pitted yet. He's going to have to be pitting pretty soon.
Especially since he was one of the first that did it on the last pit cycle.
Checking back here with Jared in the 07. Trying to catch to the back bumper of Sonny as well. Caution's out for Kyle Courtney.
Courtney stopped on the back stretch.
See what happened to Courtney. Already spun around. Go back a little bit further.
Kyle Courtney, first caution of the day.
Coming out of turn number 2, hits the wall. Tries to save it, looks like. Hits the wall again and just loses control down the backstretch. But it says something happened to Albert Reinhardt as well. See if we can see what happened to him. Albert Reinhardt gets loose. Under caution, it looks like. Russell, if you want to look back at Albert Reinhardt, looks like he's going in turn number 2, gets loose. Richard Eisel misses, but Sonny goes to avoid him hard in the outside wall.
Major drama for the first caution of this race. I don't even know. What would you even say that? 3 separate incidents or 2 separate incidents?
I would say it's 2. You got the Kyle Courtney incident. Then you had Sonny trying to avoid the lap car of Reinhardt and cut it hard to the right and got sent to the outside wall. As Russell, I would assume all these people are going to pit, which is going to give McKinley his lap back.
And that's now going to trap Albert Reinhardt in. I am so sorry. I just tried to combine Albert and Reinhardt together.
I'm assuming Reinhardt might stay out to get his lap back, which it looks like he is going into, even though he did scuff his tires. You see everybody now coming down pit road for the second stop of the night.
And this is one of the tracks where you can get away with staying out the extra lap and coming into pit in and keeping your lap.
Looking back here, you can see the 401 Asani smoking.
He has a lot of damage. Sonny gonna have to use his fast repair on that car. You know, definitely some engine troubles after he hit that wall.
You see the 07 trying to beat Gavin off the pit road, but he doesn't. Richard Eisel will come out 3rd, Mark 4th, June 5th. See if anyone else is going to beat each other off the pit road. See, these are some long stops by these drivers. Sonny's going to come out 6th. Paul Courtney 7th. Seth Franchuk 8th. That'll be the 22. It's still being scored a lap down. So who's that coming down pit road? That's going to be the 57 currently down pit road. Got his wave around. Now he's going to come get 4 fresh tires and some more fuel. Man, this is a good thing for some of these drivers, like Richard Eisel and the 07 of Jared Polanski, because they got some pretty fast cars, but they need that caution to get back up to Gavin Smith.
Yes, sir, they do. This will definitely close in the gap for all these drivers, make it a closer race.
You see them starting to file back up. 22 of Chuck Kiger is going to be hoping for at least one more caution to get his lap back. Listening to the 07, currently clutching it. Staying with Gavin Smith. You hear Gavin currently in 4th gear. Trying to save as much gas as he can. We'll wait for them to go back green. Russell. Take a look at the biggest gainers. Jeff Franchuk gained 5 spots up to 8th position. Jared Polanski up 5, sitting in 6. Kyle Courtney up 4, sitting in 6. Sorry, Jared sitting in 2nd. Blake McKinley up to 9th. Mark Long up 4, well, up to 4th, up 2 spots. Lap leaders. Gavin Smith has led 33 laps. June led 2. Jared led 2 as well, as pace car should be coming off to go back green. As Gavin Smith gets a good jump. See Richard Eisel and the 07 battling side by side for 2nd spot. Got Mark Long sitting right behind as the 9's in the inside of the 77 as well. Trying to get 4th place from him. You see Gavin trying to disrupt the draft, going near the bottom or coming back up to the top to make that corner. Also, Jared Polanski trying to stay up with him. Already back to .3. Watching the relative, he's sending it deep in the turn, into the turns, Russell, which is hurting his exit.
I know it's something sometimes I need to work on myself, where you gotta back up the exit, get a good exit, but just backing up the corners can give you just so
44 and 77 make contact going into turn number 1, which the 77 is going to keep 5th place. Kyle Courtney's up into the wall. Sonny's working on the inside of the 44, now 3 wide with the 77. Sonny's shooting the gap. Still has Kyle Courtney on the outside as they back off. 44 still trying to battle back. 77 now back on the inside of Sonny. Now they're back 3 wide, making contact going into turn number 4. 77 takes 5th place back from those 2. You see Albert Reinhardt battling with Seth Franchuk. Now the inside of Sonny. Going into turn number 1. Still see them battling side by side coming out of turn number 2. Sonny got the momentum. Albert Reinhardt getting a little tight. Is he going to let Sonny keep 7th place? Jump back up to the front, Russell. The 07 Jared is not letting Gavin get away this time by. But he's trying to keep up there, but still slowly losing up to 0.5 seconds back off of Gavin Smith. You just see the line of cars going down and back up, just like an IndyCar race, trying to keep that draft to prevent Gavin Smith pulling away. Back here, Sonny's on the inside of Kyle Courtney, making contact coming out. Sonny a little loose, but able to keep it straight. Mark Long starting to pull away from the second pack. Checking back up near the front. 9's trying to catch to the back bumper of the 97. "19 laps to go this time by." Now you see Sonny all over the back bumper of the 44. Might go and dump out before they get to turn number 1 to try to get the bottom from the 44. As the 44 and Sonny hard into the wall coming out of turn number 2. Going turn number 1, sorry. But you see Sonny on the inside of the 44. 44 back into the wall. Still battling side by side with Sonny. Going into turn number 3. Sonny still battling with the 44. 44 went all the way up to the track, had let off the gas, which is going to let Sonny get around him. As the 44 trying to battle back on the inside of the 401 of Sonny. Albert Reinhardt's up in the picture, trying to get 6th place from both of them. Albert Reinhardt dives to the bottom with the 44. 44 touches the apron, getting a little tight. This is a pretty good battle going on back here, Russell, between the 44 and 25. They see the 25 get into the wall. '44 still battling side by side with the 25. 44 still there.
Courtney sent it in deep on the exit and he spins! Spins hard, hits the wall. 22 Chuck Heiger have to duck down pit road to try to miss Kyle Courtney. They keep it going. Kyle Courtney's car is messed up in every possible way. As you can see, he has no steering in that car. Tons of vibrations into the car. He has no fender. Hard in the wall again. He's trying to figure out a place to either tow it or try to bring it back to pit lane.
He's going to try to bring it back to pit lane, but with that right front damage, that toe is completely knocked out. And he's not going to be able to get to pit road as quick as he wants to. You can just see that right front just jumping up and down on that 44 machine. Heavy damage between those two. Back up near the front. Eyes will catch him to the back of Polanski for 2nd place. Back here, Franchuk, Reinhardt battling for P7. See the 47 all over the back bumper.
And Chuck Kiger making it to pit road. Not before stopping to get a tow. Oh, maybe not. Courtney not making up his mind if he wanted a tow or he wants to go in himself. And he's made his mind. He's down pit road.
15 to go this time by, but you see, Russell, the second stint, Gavin hasn't been able to pull away like he did the first run.
No, he hasn't.
But
you know,
it makes me wonder: are these guys are going to try to short pit with before Gavin pits, or do you think they're trying to save enough fuel?
I personally think they're trying to save just enough gas in case there's an overtime finish, because you know we've seen it quite a few times with this league where this thing goes down to overtime. We saw it last week.
Got the 77 and the 401 up here battling for 5th place.
And I believe that was the 07 that jumped down in pit road.
Reinhardt and Franchuk down pit road as well. As the 77 401 still battling for P5. Or P4, sorry.
You know, Michael, unfortunately your pick is out of the race, but you know, you just look at Gavin's rear end and you can see Richard Eisel, P2, not that far off of Gavin Smith.
Looking off the back bumper, Richard Eisel is currently almost a second back from him. As these two stay out. 9 stay outs as well. Sonny still trying to work with the 77, try to get around him. See the huge run Sonny has now ducking to the inside. Couldn't get enough run to get to his inside. But man, that 401 machine looks pretty dirty.
Reinhardt almost lost it leaving pit, exiting turn 2.
Yeah, Reinhardt needs to start pushing. So when the pit cycle happen, he'll come out in front of Gavin. See if I can see. Look at the pit stop stats for the top 10 drivers so far.
The 9 and the 97 both jumping down pit road this time.
Doesn't tell me how long they were on pit road for. Up here with the 07. Which means Russell Gavin should be pitting this time by.
He should, if he wants to stay in possible contention with the undercut.
And you see Reinhardt back there now entering, or coming out of turn number 3, entering turn number 4 now. Gavin's coming down pit road. But it's going to be a long way, all the way back around, to try to get the lead from Gavin. Going to put Sonny up to first. Mark Long sitting in P2. Go back here, check on the 57. He's going to get around Gavin Smith. Chuck Kiger down pit road as well. 57 has yet to pit as well. But let's go back up here and check on Albert Reinhardt, see if he can beat Gavin off the pit road. The Albert Reinhardt starting to come across the start-finish line. Gavin Smith now on the backstretch. Got Richard Eisel and the 07 up here as well, passing them. And this might be the move, Russell. Gavin Smith is going to be probably scored P3 after the pit cycle, as Sonny is now found in pit road. Mark Long staying out.
Gavin Smith got loose.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to make up some time, especially with that dirty air that he has not had to deal with all race. Juno, well, June has yet to pit. Blake apparently sitting in P2 is yet to pit. Same with Mark Long. Mark Long now diving it down to pit road. Look out the back bumper of Eisel. Eisel having that internet issue. Richard Eisel needs to send it more to the bottom if he wants to keep the 07 behind. You see those two get a little loose coming out turn number 4. Richard Eisel trying to disrupt the draft going down the front stretch. '07 dives underneath. Same with the 16 underneath Eisel. This is the battle for first place between these three. See the 07 starting to pull away. Nine laps to go. Can the 07 hold off Gavin for a win?
We also have the 9 car in front of Ed. He's pitted.
Take a look at the top 5 last pitted. Yeah, Juno pitted 3 laps ago. Makes me wonder, did he take even tires or just fuel and go?
You know, I didn't think you would need to take tires here, so taking gas only might have been the smartest move.
Let's look out the back bumper. Currently at a 2-second gap over second place. As that gap is slowly closing. But with those 3 back there drafting, they should be able to catch him, but it looks like he's starting to pull just a little bit in the turns. Now that gap's going back up between the 07. Seeing the 07 right in that line. Gavin has to make a little bit of adjustment to his line so he doesn't push tight coming out of the turns. Gavin desperately trying to get around the 07. As Gavin gets loose, 97's with him.
Eisel had to slow down just a tiny bit so I didn't rear-end the 16 to Gavin Smith.
Saw Gavin get into the wall coming out of turn number 4. 6 laps to go this time by.
With time running down, Michael, does this 07 have what it takes to run down the 9 car?
The 9 car is still pulling away, almost up to a 2.5 second gap over the 7.
You know, Michael, what I'm just realizing?
But
It makes sense the 9 car is leading, as he is the Corey Heim paint scheme on, and if you looked anything at the truck season last year, you just knew it was Heim time almost every race.
See the '07 getting loose coming out. I don't think they have enough for the 9 car unless another caution comes out.
If a caution comes out now, it would really bite the 9 car, who did not take tires.
I think he might have taken tires because he's still pulling on these 3 that are sitting right behind. Unless he took 2.
He painted with Richard Eisel.
Gavin
so
Smith's around.
Gavin Smith around. He saves it, no caution.
Gonna put him far back into 4th place. That leaves these 2 up here to battle for 2nd place. 5 laps to go. Coming to 4th. Looks like we might have another battle brewing up back here between Mark and Seth. See the 77 trying to get to the inside of the 47, which he does going down the front stretch. Got a little extra momentum in the 47. Going to turn number 1. 77 is going to clear the 47. Back up front with the 07, 97. Yeah, these 2 don't have anything for that 9 car. Especially with that clean air, he was able to pull away.
Three laps to go here at Indianapolis. Eisel pulling out a line. Thought about it, but he doesn't make the move on Jared into turn 1.
See the 97 getting to the back bumper again. That dirty air is not allowing him to get by. And you see the 07 trying to disrupt the draft between these 2. '07 looks like he got a little loose. Richard Eisel got a huge run coming out turn number 4. Trying to battle on the inside of the '07. 2 to go. '07 sends it in deep. Well, 97 sends it in deep. '07's going to have that momentum coming out. Richard Eisel still battling hard on the inside. Gavin Smith back up into the mix. Looks like the 54, Blake McKinney, was off track. They're coming to want to go this time by. June leading with the 3.8 second gap over second place.
White flags all over June coming in. The turn 2, it looks like. No, sorry, let's leave in turn 1. Coming in at turn 2. He's not making mistakes, hugging that line, doing what he needs to. He's doing everything right. Charging down to turn 3. He's got a car, he's got another lapped car between him and the rest of the field. So he could use that to his advantage, even if he makes a mistake. Coming at turn 4, June Jimenez, after a brilliant strategy to take what looked to be 2 tires, will come around and win at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Man, he came out of nowhere. I don't know how he managed to pit that late and still come out ahead of everybody.
Excellent strategy call from the 9 car. He deserves to get a good burnout tonight, because he's deserved this win.
See him get ready for his burnout. Alright, as he finishes up, let's take a look at the finishing results. June came out of nowhere to win the race today, winning with a 4-second gap over second place Jared Polanski, Richard Oswald third, Gavin Smith fourth, Mark Long fifth, Albert Reinhardt sixth, Seth Franchuk seventh, Blake McKinley eighth, Kyle Courtney ninth, 10th goes to Chuck Kiger, 11th goes to Sonny, 12th place goes to Kevin Allen, pole position goes to Gavin Smith, fastest lap goes to Gavin Smith with a 53.117. Most laps led goes to Gavin Smith. Our Charger award goes to Seth Franchuk, up 6 spots. One caution for 3 laps. 6th green flag lead changes by 5 different drivers. See if we have anyone in chat in the waiting room. Not sure what this is. Get your race winner in here, June. You got a copy.
Hello, hello.
Man, where did you come from to get that win? Looked like you had stayed out possibly late, came out ahead of everybody else on that last pit cycle.
Yeah, I was just running the first half of the race. We worked out that we were I think you needed to save 2 laps every stint to try to make it a 2-stop, and that's 2 laps here is a lot of laps, and that was just not working out super great for me. So I'm a little good for Gavin, because I was like really not headed for a super good result. I was probably gonna get, let's say, 4th or 5th or something before that caution came out. But then we got into the lead pack, and I knew that I just had to stay in it, not make any big mistakes. I also hit the wall in that first run, and that really hurt my car. So just had to be patient, and got a good pit entry, got a good everything into the pit box, did everything right in the cycle. And by the time I came out, I just executed the pit strategy a little bit better than everyone, and I just came out by myself and just kept working on the gap and increased it.
You got anything from Russell?
You know, that strategy was one of the best strategy calls I think I've ever seen to take 2 tires. It was?
Yeah, yep.
2-tire strategy here at Indianapolis. You made that very well, very well strategy. One of the best things I've ever seen. Got any shout outs before we let you go here, June?
Yeah, thank you so much. I actually think the entire top four might have taken 2 tires, so that was very interesting. I thought I was doing something cute there. The thing I did make sure I made sure I wasn't taking a lot of gas, and I think that's what hurt Shulga, where Richard Eisel, he took more fuel than I did, and so that let me build up a 1.5 2 second gap. Yeah, so I just wanted to shout out Missile Motorsports for supporting me as always. Cube and Ponky and all that jazz. And thank you so much for all the support you give. I wanted to thank NLG for putting out this great special event, for putting out this great league. I know that I'm not super active in the league, but all the stuff that I've heard from this league has been of people having lots of fun with it. So really happy that there's a community like that. Looking forward to the IndyCar race on Saturday, and shout out to the broadcast. Thank you so much for I'm really excited to go back and look for it.
Appreciate it. Well, hope you have a good night.
Thank you.
Get your second place in here. Coming in P2 is Jared Polanski. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You had a fast car. Thought you were going to be one of the contenders for the win, but June made a 2-tire stop. Did you take a 2-tire stop as well?
I did go with 2 tires. I went for the undercut. I was hoping to come out in front of everybody, but on my pit stop, I overshot my box, and I lost about 3 seconds on that. So I probably would have been right up there with June fighting for it. But congrats to June. She ran a great race.
Yeah, I saw you back there fighting with Richard and Gavin for the last stint of that race. It looked like a couple times that Richard might have gotten into you when you guys are battling side by side.
If there was contact, it was minimal. It was good, hard racing. You know, I was pinching him down in the corners, blocking on the straights. You know, it was some good hard nose racing right there. Man, I feel for Gavin. Man led most of this race, had the quickest car, at least on the short run, and that caution came out right towards the end there. But yeah, it was a good hard nose race.
Yeah, that second pit cycle kind of screwed over Gavin. Gavin was talking about he made a bunch of mistakes, which probably did cost him the race. I'm not sure if he had issues on pit road or not as well. But Russell, you got anything for Jared?
No, sir. Got anything? Got any shout outs before we let you go?
I think I about wrapped it up. Yeah, congrats to GYK for the win. She nailed the pit stop. Was going for the fuel strategy at the beginning, as always. I don't think that would have worked out, but it would have been cool to see it run out. And shout out to Gavin for putting on a great show with 1100 I rating.
Yeah, his I rating doesn't match his skill. Me and Russell know from experience.
Yes, sir. We've raced with him quite a bit.
I know that now. He ran a great race.
But you have a good night, and we'll see you Saturday.
All right, thank you, Michael. Russell, have a good night. You too.
You too.
You too, brother.
All right, coming in P3, Richard Eisel. Richard, you were Russell's pick to win tonight.
This track's weird for me because I actually got my first league racing win here, but I've been kind of bad ever since. Yeah, I did good tonight. I knew that GYK and King or GYK, those are usernames. June and Jared were gonna be hard to beat, but I could have probably gotten second. I was getting arrow blocked a lot by Jared, so that was hard to deal with. I almost got him there towards the end, but I just didn't want to wreck because I almost sacrificed the third place money for points because I saw that the guy in second place in points, Sani, he was like a lap or two down, so I just didn't want to cause a caution to let him get any more spots. So I just raced really carefully at the end, and that was it.
Yeah, we were watching you majority of that end of the race, and looked like Jared was definitely trying to disrupt the draft to not let you get up to the back bumper.
It was crazy. I don't know how he I know people were aero blocking like the whole race. Obviously, that's part of this, but I don't even know how he got back around me on the outside. That was crazy. It was a good move that late into a run. But But yeah, the dirty air was horrible when you were in second or third or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, I was talking about it. Yeah, if you're behind them, you want to stay as low as you can. That arrow will actually push you tight. And I saw you get tight a few times sitting right behind Jared. And it looked like you got tight being that low to the bottom. It looked like you had to let off a few times to not get into them.
Yeah, I do it a few times. I had a pretty good line through to turn 3 and 4 the whole race. Like I really, those were where I made up most of the ground I made up. Turn 2 was horrible for me though. I lost time there like every single lap.
Yeah. Russell, you got anything for Richard?
No, sir. Got any shoutouts before we let you go, Richard?
Shout out to the guy who led most of the race, Carter Smith, because I blocked him a ton at the end and he didn't kill me or anything, so that was nice.
Yep. We got a new nickname for Gavin, Carter Smith.
Yeah.
Oh. But if you don't have anything else, we're going to let you go and get this broadcast wrapped up.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thank you. And another excitement race. Someone I didn't expect to win came out of nowhere, ended up stealing it.
Yes, sir. The June, the nine car, she just had one amazing pit strategy. I think I'll never see something like that again.
Yeah, but we'll definitely have more excitement with the Indy cars coming up on Saturday. Let me see if I can find where they're going to be at. Looks like, let's take date. 16th. On the 18th, they're actually going to be here at Indianapolis as well for 120 laps, 300 miles, with only one extra set of tires.
That's going to be a crazy race.
Yeah, especially when it comes to tire wear, and sitting behind another car in the Indy car will actually eat up your tires a lot more than it'll do in the NASCAR.
Yeah.
But we are going to be wrapping this show up. We'll be back on Saturday at Indianapolis and back in next gen. I'm not sure where they're going to either. Let me check their schedule real quick. They're going to be at North Wilkesboro for 225 laps. I know you're ready for some short track racing, Russell. Yep, we got a couple more excitement for days coming up. Hope you guys like the video. Leave a like, comment, share it. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. I'm Michael Cordray. Alongside me, Russell Heaton Jr. Hope you guys have a good night.
Friday night, the lights are bright. The grandstands packed, the stars ignite. From the green flag wave to the final lap, every driver knows there's no turning back. The stage is set, the field is tight. Championship dreams on the line.